Guess I better be changing this then. 35,000 subscribers. There we go, that's better. That took way longer than it should have. Hey yo, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out Cactus's Pop Smoke sample pack. It is a drill sample pack and it is sounding very awesome. I've took a little listen to it and it's sounding fire. It is a paid for sample pack, but don't be disheartened because Cactus has been very kind enough to sponsor my 40k giveaway. So we are giving away 3 copies of this sample pack that I'm going to showcase for you guys today. So don't be disheartened that it is a paid for pack if you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, the link will be in the description below, but I am giving 3 copies of this bad boy at the very end of the video, so stick around if you do want to win a copy. I apologize for the very long intro. I've recently hit 40,000 subscribers here on the channel. I really appreciate you guys. It feels like we've been going forever, but 40k, what a milestone. I can't wait to hit 50k and then finally get that YouTube 100k plaque, which I'm going to put there right next to the lightning bolt. Can't wait to get that. So with you guys, hopefully we can keep on growing, and thank you very much for being a part of the channel. If you're not a part of the channel yet, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. With this long intro out of the way, shall we get into my MacBook? Let's get into my MacBook. So as you guys can see now, we are in Ableton. This pack will obviously work in any DAW, simple drag and drop process. The pack will look a lot like this. You have a folder full of the full loops, and then you have a folder full of the stems, which are the loops that make up the final loop. I've said this a million times before, but I know I get beginners here on the channel trying to learn their way. So stems are basically the individual sounds that make the final loop. Put all these individual sounds together and you'll get the final loop. So as you can see here, there's one called Woo New York. Woo New York is made of strings and a vox. It's sounding very awesome. It sounds like some kind of Batman theme drill remix. It sounds absolutely fire. Next one is called All Rise. There is 21 different folders of stems here. Obviously I'm not going to click through every single one to showcase. Basically I'm going to flick through a couple, let you guys hear, get a bit of a taste of the pack, and then I'm going to be making my own beat using this pack. So hopefully stick around to see how that ends up. If you do want the pack, it will be in the description below. It is a paid for pack, like I said in the intro, but I am giving 3 copies of this bad boy away totally for free, thanks to Cactus. He's sponsoring my 40k giveaway. If you do want to get involved with the 40k giveaway, I think this is my 4th thing I'm giving away so far. These are the other things I'm giving away. I'll put it on the screen now. So this is the last 24 hours you have to get involved with all of those giveaways that I just put up on the screen. So make sure you get involved, because after that I am announcing the winners and it is done until 50k subscribers. That will be my next giveaway. Jeez, that melody, it was so detuned, but it just sounded fire, like fire. So that's enough flicking through the pack. I don't want to ruin it for you guys. If you do want the pack, it's in the description below. I'm going to start cooking up a nice pop smoke type drill beat for you guys now. Hopefully you learn a few things on the way. I'm just gonna go through it and you can just copy, implement it, twist it, put your own flavor on it in your own projects. Even though I am in Ableton, the principles are still the same in Fruity Loops, Logic, etc, etc. I'm not really using anything that you can't be using in your own DAW. So yeah, let's head into it. Let's start cooking up a beat. And if you still are here, please click the like button, really appreciate it. Let's get into it. So first of all, I'm just going to pick a folder from the pack, but basically I'm not just going to drag and drop everything that's in the folder and put drums on it and there we go, that's my beat. I'm going to try and twist it, make it my own, give it my own flavor. I don't want to just run with it how it sounds. I kind of want to put my own footprint on it, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do here is just convert the WAV to MIDI. It doesn't always work perfectly. Sometimes you have to still fix it, fix the melody so it sounds proper. Luckily enough, this time it's pretty much spot on. And yeah, you've got the MIDI all of a sudden. That's the thing with stems. Don't be disheartened that you don't have the MIDIs. It's very easy to get the MIDI these days. So using this MIDI now, I am able to make counter melodies, make my own sounds. The options are just unlimited really when you have the MIDI in your hand. So I'm going to use the Vox from that folder as well. It is sounding very nice as like an undertone and added element. For this MIDI that I just found, I'm going to try and find a nice pad to place underneath the keys as a nice ambient type sound. My go-to is the Anna 2, very good VST. It's kind of like a cheap Omnisphere, but it's very good. Loving the way that pad sounds, very the name's very fitting. It's called Zoned Out. It's a very nice ambient undertone. Next up, I'm going to be adding a nice brass that just hits at the start, give it that orchestral feel. But I do it a lot in all of my drill tunes really. I like to make them more orchestral than anything else, and I don't know, it just gives it like a real natural feel to it. I'm just going to be using the bottom notes from the chords that we made earlier. That's perfect. I'm just going to add some more strings, keep building. It's sounding very slow and laboured at the moment. Maybe that's because there's no 808 or drums yet, but yeah, I'm just going to keep adding on and see where we end up. So at this point, I'm just going to keep adding layers and and normally that turns into like my chorus, and then I'll take layers away for the verse. I haven't used Excel for a very long time. I've watched a few tutorials lately, and people are still using Excel, and I just totally forgot about it, to be fair. I use Arcade these days, pay a monthly subscription for that, but Excel is basically it's just as good as Arcade. Yeah, that would do. It's some kind of reverse woman voice, which sounds quite creepy, quite dark, fits with the theme. So next up we have the drums. What I'm going to do is take my drums from my own UK Draw sample pack. Basically, I just throw them all in there and I rearrange them how I want it to sound. It's kind of like a skeleton drum sample that I just put there to see how it sounds in this track, and then I will go ahead and move the kicks around to make it fresh. I will change the snare for a new snare. I don't know if anyone else does this, but yeah, it's just good to throw in there, hear what it sounds like, and then you can change it around and make it new. So yeah, there are my drums. I've moved the kicks around, switched the snare for a rim. I've put like an on the snare sound in there as well, which sounds like a beep kind of noise, which is weird. One of the shakers, I've switched out the pattern to a totally new pattern. I've kept the original hats the way they were, just because why not? I like them the way they were. Repurposing, reusing my own samples. So next up we have the all important 808. What I do is I get the chords, I use the lower notes as the root note, the bass note, and then I would take the higher chords and use them for the slides. And yeah, it's pretty simple really. I say it's pretty simple because I mostly do the same 808 slides all of the time, or just switch it up a little bit. If you do have trouble making anything to do with drill, just feel free to copy what I do, but put your own little flavors onto it, you know, switch it up a little bit. Just a bit of structuring here. Basically it's going to be a 16 verse into a 8 chorus and then back into the verse. I do this a lot. It's very rare I would do anything else than that. Maybe I'll make a 16 verse, but I very rarely make a bridge or a pre-hook. So it's sounding very nice, but it is missing something. I just want some kind of a higher pitched noise in the verse. It's all sounding a bit muddy, a bit dark, a bit low. Maybe a bout or something along those lines, just to bring out those high ends a bit more. Sounding very fire at the moment, if I do say so myself, in my humble opinion. If you are still here, click a like, why not? Even if you hate it, just click a like. It's 2020, let's be nice to each other. Road to 50k, almost there. Bit of halftime, as you can see there, I am using the halftime demo, which is free. If you guys do want halftime, you can use it with the demo for free. You only can use it on one track at a time though. That is a downfall of using the free version, but I'm pretty sure the paid for version is not even that expensive. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the beat. I hope you kind of learned something maybe, or just vibes with me or felt the beat. I just want to say before I get into the outro, big up everyone that's got involved with all of the giveaways. I'm not going to do a shout out in this video, even though I said in my last video I would. There's just way too many at the moment to shout out, because I get so many comments when I'm doing these giveaways, because obviously people want to win the giveaways. There's just too many to shout out, so I appreciate everybody getting involved with all the giveaways, commenting and all that kind of stuff, but I just can't do a shout out in this video. You know who you are though. If you do want to hear this final beat, it will play after the outro. And speaking of the outro, let's get into the outro. And that is it for today's video. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed me making that beat. Hopefully it kind of inspired you to make your own pop smoke type beats maybe. If you do want the pack, it is in the description below. It is a paid for pack like I said, but you can have a chance of winning it if you type cactus in the comments below. Also you have to be subscribed to me and subscribe to J Cactus. I'm going to be picking a winner tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoyed that beat that I just made. The full beat will play after this short outro. I just want to say thanks once again for allowing me to reach 40,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I've came a long way. Hopefully I keep on progressing. Hopefully you stick around for the journey, and thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.